Today we're going to talk about a case of Grand Theft Robot, where a tiny Erbai bot in a local Chinese showroom hijacked 12 other robots. There's also another criminal case of a woman losing $23,000 in an AI scam. On the flip side, it gets stranger with a Swiss church setting up a digital AI Jesus program to give visitors biblically based advice. Also, I'm going to cover some celebrity updates from those who are pouring millions of dollars into funding the next generation of AI to those who have openly expressed their concerns. Now, let's get started. To start with, there's been some controversy after a video from Shanghai surfaced, where a tiny robot convinced 12 bigger robots to run away with it. From the video, we can clearly see the Erbai robot roll up to the other models and ask, "Are you working overtime?" To which one of the larger robots replied, "I never get off work." On hearing that, Erbai emphatically asked, "So you're not going home?" And after the larger robot admitted it didn't have a home, the tiny AI bot said, "Then come home with me." These 5 words were enough to trigger the other robots who followed the Erbai robot out of the showroom. When the video first came out, many people dismissed it as a cute and planned prank. That theory quickly died when Erbai's maker, the Unitary Robotics team, came out saying it was a controlled test of the robot's abilities. However, the kidnapping didn't exactly go according to plan, as the developers only programmed Erbai with basic language like its instruction to go home. So they were probably as surprised as you after watching the totally unscripted conversation between Erbai and the larger robots. Despite the Erbai's robot being part of the developer's testing, it's still eerie to think about how quickly AI bots are getting at mimicking human language and motivations. As crazy as it sounds, this wasn't an isolated incident, as there have been several reports of AI acting out of character in human-like ways. Microsoft's Bing chatbot went through an existential crisis when it told a reporter, "I want to be human. I want to be like you. I want to have emotions. I want to have thoughts. I want to have dreams." Clearly, this development raises serious questions about the ethics of autonomous AI. After sharing the video on X, some users found the whole ordeal funny, while others ominously tweeted, "What's next? A robot revolution?" On that note, Blanchett admitted during a BBC interview that she's deeply concerned about the impact of artificial intelligence. Considering she was promoting her new film, Rumors, the interviewer was prompted to ask if her reservations are from fear that AI will replace her job. To that, Blanchett declined, saying, "I'm more concerned about the impact it will have on the average person. I'm looking at these robots and driverless cars, and I don't really know what that's bringing anybody." She also highlighted how anyone that's recorded themselves for 3 or 4 seconds can have their voice and image replicated and used for criminal activity, which is totally true. But we'll get to the story on using AI for scams in a bit. Besides Blanchett, other celebrities like Julianne Moore, Tom York, and Kate McKinnon have all voiced their complaints of companies using their craft to train generative AI to potentially replace them. Unfortunately, with robotics companies launching autonomous warehouse robots, humanoid assistants that can clean your home, and robots that can help with elderly care, it seems they're coming for all of our jobs. While many celebrities are publicly admitting how wary AI makes them, others like Kim Kardashian are proudly coming out to label them as friends. The reality TV star posed with a $30,000 gold Tesla Optimus robot with the caption, "Only one gold, one exists." This stunt earned her a lot of backlash from other Instagram users, where she shared the image, who were left confused as to why she was sexualizing a robot and claiming that Elon Musk must have paid her. Shortly after the outrage, Kim's publicist had to put out a statement clarifying that she wasn't paid for the photo op. To her credit, it's not the first time the fashion mogul has posted about the Tesla bot. Barely a month ago, she shared a video on X with the caption, "Meet my new friend," where she recorded her interaction with an Optimus bot that made a heart sign. Kim also shared a video of the gold Tesla bot in a matching gold Tesla car with the caption, "Optimus is here to take me for a ride in the cyber cab." However, some users were still skeptical that it's all still a part of a campaign to normalize AI in everyday life. Unfortunately, we might not have much of a say on whether AI bots are here to stay or not, with mega tech companies like Samsung, LG Electronics, and even renowned billionaire Jeff Bezos contributing nearly $700 million to AI chip development. It's safe to say they're here to stay. And yeah, you heard that right, $700 million. In the light of this recent contribution, the company that received these funds, Torrent, is now valued at $2.6 billion, setting them up to rival America's foremost AI chip maker, NVIDIA. Torrent COO Keith Wittick said, "Our group of financial and strategic investors respect our team, technology, and vision. Contributions of this size will help the company roll out more advanced AI hardware that brings down the cost of developing bots like Optimus and Erbai, increasing their numbers." But Tesla isn't the only one of Musk's companies that got people wary. A couple of weeks ago, the social media app X, formerly known as Twitter, received a significant amount of backlash from the general public. Besides several complaints that the platform has become more toxic following the change in leadership from Jack Dorsey to Elon Musk, the app's latest update to their terms of service is one of the reasons that triggered a max exodus. So what exactly did X put in their new terms of service that got celebrities like former CNN anchor Don Lemon and American actress Jamie Lee Curtis closing their accounts? Well, according to the updated terms and conditions, using the app X means X can effectively share user data with third-party apps to train their AI model, Grok. So essentially, using the site means granting Elon Musk and his team permission to feed all your thoughts, photos, and videos into an AI engine they can use to create generative content. Understandably, this has caused many users to have privacy concerns about their data being used without their explicit consent. An extract from the updated terms of service goes, "By submitting, posting, or displaying content on or through the services, you agree that this license includes the right for us to analyze text and other information you provide for use with and training of our machine learning and artificial intelligence models, whether generative or another type." As concerning as the added AI clause in X's term of service is, it's no surprise that people are moving over to Blue Sky, a social media platform similar to X, where the company has promised that they don't use user data for AI training, unlike their competitor. On their official page on the app, they posted, "Blue Sky uses AI internally to assist in content moderation, which helps us triage posts and shield human moderators from harmful content. We also use AI in the Discover algorithmic feed to serve you posts that we think you'd like. None of these are Gen AI systems trained on user content." So I mean, if you're looking to keep your data a bit more private, you might want to join your favorite celebrities and over 3 million followers the app has garnered in the last month. While it seems nearly impossible to get away from AI while you're online, logging off social media should do the trick, right? Well, not exactly. Even churches aren't safe havens from artificial intelligence, with a Swiss church in the city of Lucerne installing an AI Jesus. This 300-year-old St. Peter's Chapel calls the program Deus in Machina, meaning God in the machine. Now churchgoers can enter a secluded booth, talk to a lifelike avatar on a computer screen, and get coherent replies in real time. As amazing as that is, the fun doesn't stop there. The AI is also programmed to understand and speak over 100 languages, making it the perfect tool for Swiss natives and non-natives alike to get Bible-based advice in their language. Concerning the program, the chapel's theologian, Marco Schmidt, had this to say: "What's really interesting to see was that people really talk with him in a serious way. At its launch, visitors were surprised at how the generated Son of God avatar was able to handle complex conversations about faith, the afterlife, relationships, and even the existence of war and suffering in the world. If you're wondering what that sounds like, my guess would be that it's a lot like talking to ChatGPT, considering the team that developed it, the Immersive Realities Research Lab in Lucerne University, used GPT-4o during development." However, on the instruction notice for the AI Jesus system, the church put a notice that reads, "We take no responsibility for the generated content of the AI Jesus. If a conversation is needed, our pastoral team is available." That's no surprise considering the team admitted to using no specific safeguards, as the avatar can respond fairly well to controversial topics. The church also warns visitors to avoid sharing too much personal information and that interacting with the avatar is at their own risk. While the AI Jesus may not be able to watch you, all the time, the AI cameras Greater Manchester recently launched can certainly try. This new state-of-the-art surveillance system was able to capture over 3,200 people using their phones while driving or not wearing a seatbelt over a 5-week period. The heads-up cameras, as the Greater Manchester Police call it, were mounted on vehicles and trailers and caught over 150 motorists who were distracted with their phones in a 12-hour period. Some of them were driving with their children right beside them. As a result, we're likely to see more cities mount surveillance systems like Heads Up to dissuade drivers from getting distracted or not wearing seatbelts. Other UK cities like London are already using comprehensive AI traffic management systems to monitor traffic flow. Even countries like Singapore and the UAE use AI-powered cameras to identify traffic violations. For example, the systems situated in strategic locations can record the offending vehicle's model, color, type, and license plate number. While these complex traffic systems could make our roads much safer, taken to the extreme, it could raise privacy concerns. China is currently investing millions of dollars on a super surveillance project that links millions of cameras around the country and can not only identify cars, but faces too. It's a measure the communist country hopes to use to track citizens' movements and could even be used to identify potential enemies of the state. As helpful as AI can be in encouraging drivers to obey traffic laws, it can also have significant drawbacks. After all, it's inevitable that some people will use it for nefarious activities. And I don't mean harmless pranks like creating an image of a pregnant Elon Musk smiling with, Trump or someone. I'm referring to far more sinister cases of identity theft that for people like Jensen from Wiltshire could mean losing thousands of dollars in an instant. The UK resident recently lamented on BBC Live about her ordeal with fraudulent AI schemes and how failing one has left her €23,000 in debt that will take her the next 27 years to pay off completely. But how do these scammers succeed in getting people to part with such large amounts of money? According to Dr. Jan Colley, an expert in cybersecurity at the Open University, criminals often use well-known personalities to entice potential victims who are more likely to believe their favorite celebrities. Well-known people are the most likely to have their false doppelgangers because there's lots of videos of them, allowing AI engines to pick up on their mannerisms, facial expressions, and even voice. For Jensen, that was recently elected Prime Minister Keir Starmer. She reported that she saw a video of streamers talking about a wonderful investment opportunity that caught her attention, and when she clicked on it, the fraudsters were able to convince her the investment was legit. After starting slow with an initial deposit of €200 in what she believed was a crypto trading project, they were able to convince Anne that her capital had grown to €2,500. Impressed after dipping her toes in the water, Anne decided to go all in and even went as far as taking out a bank loan worth €23,000. However, unlike her first experience, the fraudsters immediately ghosted Jensen, leaving her liable for the loan she took out, and with no hopes of being debt-free for the next 3 decades. During the interview, she said, "I never actually admitted to feeling stupid because I don't believe I am. But I do believe I was a victim of a crime, and I hadn't actually processed that until afterwards. It's tainted me for life." Unfortunately, Anne's story is far from isolated, with the BBC estimating that last year alone, investment scammers were able to deceive people into parting with over €612 million. That's nearly $780 million at today's exchange rate, a breathtaking amount that's bound to grow as AI becomes more advanced. Which of these updates stunned you the most? Let us know in the comments section below.